Hi everyone, we are
LaChiMoLaLa.
LaChiMoLaLa, and we are back with some spooky special SF9 content.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, I guess it's not really spooky. It's more like tarot reading. So,
Well, some people think that's spooky.
really?
I mean, not me.
Not me either, but I'm sure some people do. Like, some people don't like their fortunes read, which is
Yeah.
also me. So, but then a part of me wants my tarot reading because I want to
Mhm.
know what's going to happen in the future. And if I can't control it, it's going to drive me crazy. But then again, it's life. You can't control life, right? So you got to go with the flow.
Where we're just getting like a stream of consciousness, like rant here.
Yes. The inner workings of Tammy's brain.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, my
Well, I've
coworker.
definitely had my
Yeah.
cards read in the last 5 years, but it's more like preventative measure for me. Just double checking. Do I need to course correct?
Yeah.
What's
I
my future look like? Ooh, I should change that.
yeah. I mean, it's fun. I mean,
It's
a
fun,
lot of
but
people.
I don't take it too serious.
Yeah, like I got my fortune read. Not tarot reading though. Tarot reading probably was like I want to say I don't know, 15 years ago maybe, a long time. I can't remember if it came true or not. Probably not because
I can never remember them,
yeah,
honestly. At the time, they seemed very deep,
yeah,
but then you
yeah,
can't remember why they were.
yeah. But in my situation, this was actually really recently. I have a close relative that is very, very good at reading. You know, people actually come to her to do readings, like pay her money to do
Wow.
readings. And so that's how good she is, you know?
Whoa.
And she reads through you know those Turkish coffees, those cups?
The cute little ones.
Yeah, the cute little cups, and then once you drink it, drink the Turkish coffee, you
hmm
flip it upside down, and then there's lines that spreads out. And
Oh.
so then she would look like after like 5 minutes or whatever, she'll lift that little cup off, and then there's like lines that would spread out, and she would read the lines on the saucer.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I don't know what the timeline is, but apparently there are a few things like I'm gonna go on an impromptu like vacation. You guys know I don't do vacations here. You know,
Mm,
which is really strange because like I don't know,
well,
impromptu
we were
maybe.
kind of talking about something off camera. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
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 Put a pin in it.
Yeah. And so,
That's super interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
that was like one of the three things that you guys would find. The other two's not interesting, but I mean, none of it has come true yet. So, I mean, and this was a couple months ago, you know, and
Mm.
so,
But
yeah.
like, is there an expiration date? There's not really.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it's supposed to happen soon, but I mean, this reading was literally a couple months ago, so I kind
I
of
feel like
figured.
it's supposed to happen soon. That's like whatever, that's good customer service. It'll definitely be there sometime next week. I know it's not going for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, take it a
It's
grain of
gonna show
salt.
up, man. I'm rooting for you. Also, I think that's really cool. I would love to try that sometime. I like trying different things. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun. Anyway, we've talked about
Yeah,
this
wow,
for a
wow,
really long
wow.
time. We're
Sorry,
getting
guys.
way off topic.
Yeah,
What I want to see is
it's SF9.
SF9. And you know what this means? This is basically SF9 reaction video.
Oh my
The
gosh.
SF9 reacting to cards.
I know, right?
That's what this is, guys. Just pretend that they're looking at PCs. Okay? Let's do this.
Yes. So super excited to see their reading and yeah. Okay, anyways. Sorry. All right, you guys. Before we press that play button, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue on with more SF9 content. And give us a like. That will definitely let us know if you like this type of content.
Yay!
Yay!
All right. I'm very excited for this. Here we go.
Let's go!
SF9. guy. Blah, blah.
안녕하세요.
아, 선생님
Oh
안녕하세요.
my gosh, it's like a real auntie.
여기가 실제로 영업하시는 데인가요? 아, 여기 스튜디오예요?
네, 스튜디오예요. 여기. 선생님은 진짜시고.
She's the real one.
우리 소개를 좀 해드려야 될것
Queenie. What a name.
같아요.
I love that.
SF9이라는 아이돌 그룹이고요. 그 중에서
네.
제일 좀 똘똘한 친구가 앞두고 있고
와우.
그래서 그거에 대해서 궁금증이 많아서 가감 없이 좀 말씀해 주세요.
네,
맞아요,
솔직하게.
진짜.
솔직하게.
저는
네.
재윤이라는
재윤.
그거고요.
네.
Why is he so nervous?
I know, right? Are you on a blind
네,
date?
서로는 주제가 좀 명확한 게
You're
좋아요.
boo.
I
항상
know.
이게 주제를 던질 때, 뭐, 애매모호하게 제가 앞으로 어떻게 될까요? 성공할까요? 이렇게 봐서는 안 되고, 달락달락 한 주제를 정확하게 질문을 해서 이제 그걸 보고, 타로는 이제 순간점이라 가까운 미래가 정확해요. 예, 그러니까 사주팔자는 정해졌잖아요. 딱 태어날 때 안 바뀌죠. 예, 그거는 이제 멀리 볼 수 있어요. 근데 타로는 내가 그 순간에 선택하는 그 카드가 결정을 내리잖아요. 그렇기 때문에 예, 그렇기 때문에 이거는 나중에 뒤집어질 수도
See?
있는
It's temperature
거예요.
check.
저 순간 힘이 너무 보여요.
네.
내가 지금 빨려 들어가는 거 뭔가 지금 구매할 뻔했어.
저 갑자기
Almost bought stuff.
저는
My
Oh my
God.
gosh.
첫 번째를 이번 SF9 앨범이
네네.
이 가요계에서
네.
어떤 좀 결과가
그런
나올 것 같은지.
Oh, this is so interesting.
아 근데 이런 거
오늘 느낌이 어때? 그러니까 오늘 이
컨디션 나쁘진 않은데
컨디션 괜찮아?
이런 거 뽑으면
네네네.
거기에 계속 신경 쓸까 봐.
그쵸.
선생님
맞아요.
근데 항상 긍정적인 게 나오는 건 아니죠. 그러니까 부정적인 것도 나오죠.
물론이죠. 네. 그러면 부정적인 거가 나왔을 때 어떻게 해야 되냐면 그거를 참고해서 바꾸는 거예요.
운명을 바꿔.
예, 예, 그대로 가라는 게 아니고 그러면 재윤 씨가 뽑는
네.
걸로.
아,
I'm so nervous.
I love it.
I'm guessing he doesn't do this often.
집중이 됐고요.
Oh, so cool.
세 장을 눈이 가는 대로 뽑아주시면 돼요.
얘가 아까부터 걸렸고요.
This is the stressful
얘는
part.
그냥
This is so fun.
아, 네.
네, 일단 나중에.
잠깐만. 밑장 빼기지.
Don't play tricks.
오!
우와 이게 뭐야?
예, 이 카드는 좀 걱정하는 카드예요. 염려하는 카드. 그 다음에 이제 처음에 시작을 했을 때 조금 어려운 뭔가의 문제가 생길 수도 있기는 해요. 처음 이거 앨범이 나왔을 때. 그러니까 기대했던 것만큼 아니면 계획했던 대로 진행되지 않고 어떤 차질이 생긴다던가 아니면 좀 어려움이 한 번에 있기는 해요.
Did
그래서
Did anyone get
그런
an injury?
부분들이 굉장히
I hope
신경을
not.
쓰이고 염려가 되긴 했단 말이죠. 이건 걱정하는 카드예요. 근데 결과 카드가 굉장히 좋게 나왔어요.
오.
Yay.
네.
와, 진짜요?
네. 이거는 돈이거든요.
우와!
돈이거든요.
우와!
Oh my gosh.
그러면
king.
돈 많이 벌어요?
앨범 활동을 통해서 우리가 돈을 많이 벌 수 있다는.
아, 정말요?
네.
Oh my gosh.
처음은 뭔지 모르게 좀 염려스러운 부분은 있어요. 그다음에 또 경쟁자가 또 붙어요. 이때는 나오는 뭔가 있다라는 거죠.
팀이 있을 수가 있고.
예. 근데 그 경쟁에서 이거는 승리예요.
에?
이기는 카드예요.
Oh, winning card.
카드라서 내가 밀어붙였을 때 승리하는 카드고 내가 원하는 거를 성취하는 카드예요.
So you have to push
그래서
through.
계속 결과 카드가 좋게 나와요.
오 그렇네. 처음에 약간 뭔가 과정이 조금 힘들 수도 있다는 게 뭐 약간 멤버들끼리 약간 서로의 의견 대립,
네.
물리적 충돌 뭐 이런.
물리적까지는 아니지만 약간의 언쟁이나 서로 의견 충돌은 있긴 해요.
미리 많이 싸워놔야겠네.
형 라인 쪽인지
오.
아니면 아우
오, 이거 되게-
네, 라인 쪽인지
되게 신기하다 이거.
네. 아우 쪽에 있네요. 형들이 아니고.
Oh, those boys.
The younger ones.
형들은 싸울 힘이 없다.
Oh no, we're not that old.
저희 지금 20대 창창.
So that's why it gets
사실 아직
crazy. They let the younger
그
guys do whatever they want.
나 아직 참.
이거는 난 안 싸우고 싶다예요.
아,
이거 이제 수속돼 있는 거기 때문에.
근데 너무
예.
근데 너무
그쵸.
경상하고
너무 힘이 없어
It's
보인다.
silly.
전의를 상실한 친구 같은데.
근데 이 카드는 이제 나름의 인내심을 갖는 카드예요. 형들에 비해서는 약간은 있긴 하지만 크게 있지는 않을 것 같고 이제 그런 부분들을 약간 스스로들도 잘 이렇게 참을 것 같기는 해요.
그 걔네들도 이제 성장을 하는 거죠.
네.
Oh.
다행이다.
자, 이거는 이제 뭘 봤냐면 제가 외부에서 예, SF9을 어떻게 보는지 봤어요.
그런 거
네.
너무 궁금해요.
외부에서 황제예요. 성공했네. 그러니까 집에서 이렇게 만나는 거죠.
성공한 팀으로 아는.
네네.
이번 저희 컨셉도 의상이 이렇게 왕자님
오.
느낌이라
좀 으스대도 되겠는데? 방송국에서 힘 좀 주고 다녀도 되나요?
Oh my gosh.
그러면서 이 카드는 뭐냐면 그 다음을 대비해야 되는데 이거는 조금 망설이는 카드예요. 이번이 만약에 발매되면 이제 그 다음에 또 이렇게 나오는 거는 조금 시간이 약간 걸릴 수 있거나 이제 다시 이렇게 또 앨범을 내는 데 있어서는 이제 준비 과정을 좀 걸릴 수도 있어요.
그러니까 준비가 좀 걸릴 수 있다.
예. 그래서 자 아까 우리 재훈 씨가 갖고 있었던
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous.
한번 볼게요. 너무 좋은 카드가 나왔어요. 이
Yay.
카드는 성공 카드.
야,
네.
성공한 남자네.
어떤 거의 성공, 인기의 성공이에요.
우와!
인기.
인기가 좀 많아질 수 있다는.
네, 말할 수 있다는 거죠.
Oh my gosh. Yay.
이 카드는 컵
어떡하지,
에이스예요. 컵 에이스. 컵 에이스는 사랑, 관계, 이거예요. 마음. 근데 이제 에이스이기 때문에 새로운 마음을 얻는 거예요. 새로운 관계가 형성이 되는 거예요.
네, 저희가 이제 또 공백기도 공백기지만 이제 만나는
네.
그 시기가 좀 텀이 길었잖아요.
네.
몸이 멀어지면 마음도 멀어진다는
음.
말처럼. 그래서 판타지 분들이랑
네.
저희 SF9이랑 그 관계가
네.
좀 소홀해지진 않았는지.
너무 슬프게 말하는 거 아니에요?
유민 씨가 네. 볼게요.
This is so amazing.
This is cool.
Yeah.
반대로도 하실 수 있어요, 혹시?
얘가 좀 동떨어져 있고
네.
오, 약간 예리한?
그리고 이 카드랑
눈에 띄는 게 딱 있더라.
근데 이게 진짜 그냥 직감적으로 그냥 고르는 거잖아.
네. 이건 이제 아까 영빈 씨가 뽑은 카드예요.
네.
이거는 제가 뽑은 팬의 마음이에요.
아.
네, 예. 이 카드는 믿는 카드예요. 예, 그러니까 펜타클은 물질, 돈도 되지만 또 뭣도 되냐면 단단하게 맺어진 관계예요.
Ooh.
땅의 속성이기 때문에 땅은 변함이 없는 거예요. 믿고 있다, 신뢰하고 있다, 팬들이 우리를 잊지 않고
Oh, it's
있을
true.
것이라는 믿음이 있어요. 근데 한켠으로는 어때요? 걱정이죠. 예. 그래서 맞아.
우리가 팬분들을 걱정을 하는 거죠.
그렇죠. 자, 이 카드는 뭐냐? 겉으로는 웃고 있지만 속으로는 힘들어하는 카드이기도 해요.
Aw.
나는 이렇게 염려하고는 있지만 이 염려하는 마음을 티를 안 내고 웃고 있다라는 거죠.
왜냐면 우리가 이제 저희가 팬분들 앞에서
네.
뭐 이제 공연을 하거나 아니면 뭐 약간 소통을 할 때 늘 이렇게 밝은 모습을 보여주고 싶잖아요.
맞아.
우리가 좀
비슷하긴 하다.
가끔 좀 부담을 내려놓고 팬들한테
티를 내?
티를 냅시다.
리트윗 해달라고?
Oh.
팬들한테 땡깡 부리자.
네, 좋은 결과가 나와요.
티냈을 때요? 티냈을 때요?
팬분들하고도 그만큼 오래 봐서 좀 더 편해지고 그런 게 생겼단 말이에요. 그럼 이제 팬분들한테 나 진짜 편하게 해도 되는 거야?
편하게 해도 되지.
나 제 친구처럼 해도 되는
편하게
거야?
해도 되지.
힘들 때는 조금 힘든 내색을 해도 된다라는 거죠. 팬의 마음을 볼게요.
네.
팬의 마음. 자, 이 카드는 펜타클 기사예요. 펜타클 기사는 변함이 없는 카드예요.
아,
예, 이 카드는 움직이지 않아요. 마음이
아,
그대로
와우.
멈춰 있다는
So
거예요.
cute.
좋은 거네.
그 다음에 이 카드는 컵의 왕이에요. 좋은 걸 표현할 때에는 굉장히 확 표현을 하고요. 이게 또 잔잔할 때에는 또 가라앉아서 굉장히 잔잔한 마음이 되기도 해요. 그러면 예를 들면 열광적으로 내가 뭔가를 보여줘야 될 때는 파도 치듯이 막 올라온다는 거죠.
나 무슨 말인지 알 것 같아요.
진짜 화력이 필요할 때
네.
팬분들이 그 타이밍 때 와. 또 평상시에는 그냥
제유.
저희 팬분들이 약간 그런 것 같아요.
So ridiculous.
좀 그런 것
Right?
같긴 해.
저희 컴백할 때
네.
엄청 막 노래랑 막
네.
뮤비랑 엄청
어.
기대를 그만큼 많이 하는 거예요.
저희한테.
네네. 네. 여기 보면 뭐
Look at
보석도
him, he's like,
있고 그 다음에 뭐 명예도 있고 왕관도 있고 막 다 있단 말이죠.
제가 잘못 본 게 아니면 이게 사람 머리인가요 혹시? 사람 머리가 컵에 있는데?
혹시 우리 얼굴이에요?
아니 그렇진
Oh
않아요.
my gosh,
저희
what?
머리가 컵에 올라간다는.
얼굴을 기대한다?
아니 얼굴이 있어 저기.
오, 신기하다.
오 이거 신통방통한데요? 저희의 그 2021년이 이제
네.
반 정도 남았잖아요.
네.
그 하반기 운세를 제가 한번
네.
여쭤보겠습니다.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
아,
이게 되게
Is she gonna do the reverse?
Look at them. Oh my gosh.
This editing.
불안한 게 내 차례 때 선생님께서 유독 더 오래.
She knows you're sassy.
I know, right?
오 이거요. 이게 갑자기 딱 눈에 들어왔어. 나는 항상 가운데 있는 게 좋아. 제가
너무 좋게 나오는데.
금손이라니까.
Oh, it's all him.
그래서 굉장히 바쁘게 움직이는 카드예요.
They got worried when she said itchy feet.
Right?
아니면 이제 나의 인기가
Yay!
Yay!
That's true. That's
이건
true.
버섯인가요? 뭐예요? 아 지팡이구나. 아니
어떻게 사람 키보다 웃기려고
Was
지팡이
it
3번 카드예요. 자, 지팡이 3번 카드는 일, 행동, 그 다음에 일에 있어서의 어떤 성공을 얘기를 해요. 그러니까 아까 컵은 마음, 사랑, 관계라고 그랬잖아요. 일은
기가 막히네.
네, 지팡이 일이에요. 일이고 내가 행동하는 거예요. 그거에 대한 성공을 보는 거예요. 자, 지팡이 3은 2개를 이미 성공했어요. 이미 2개를 성공했고 지금 하나의 지팡이를 지금 잡고 있잖아요. 네, 이 지팡이 하나를 내가 멀리 바다 멀리 어디에 가서 또 내가 성공을 거둘 것이냐 시작을 할 것이냐를 보는 카드예요.
잘 뽑았네요.
신기하다.
나 믿으라니까.
이런 의미는 한 가지만 하지 않고 2-3가지를 같이 하는 거예요.
오 맞네.
네,
그러면
2-3가지를 같이 하는 거예요.
좋다.
하반기에 일 나겠네.
형 잘 뽑았네.
나 금손이라니까. 근데 우리 이거 말 몇 번째?
Oh my gosh.
나 금손이라니까.
I love how you keep saying that.
이 멘트가 계속되고 있어.
100%에서 이 카드는 99%가 굉장히 좋은 카드예요.
야
그러면 나머지 1%는 뭐냐면요. 나머지 1%는 한계를 두지 말라는 카드예요. 그 이상을
이야.
뛰어넘어야 돼요.
어디까지 뛰어넘은 거야?
저희가 얼마 전에 한계를 좀 경험하고 와가지고
그게 이제 서바이벌 경연 프로였는데 거기서 이제 저희가 안 해봤던 것들을 많이 시도를 했어요.
엄청 많이 시도했었어.
진짜 공중에서 점프를 한다든지 달리는 차에서 뛰어내려서 뭐 춤을 춘다든지 그 정도로 해야 된다는 거지.
잘 뽑았네요.
아니 내가 금손이라니까. 그래서 나 성공한 건가 봐. 오이 근데 진짜 그렇네. 카드가
네,
다 랜덤이잖아요.
네, 맞아요.
신기하다.
그때 내가 갖고 있는 어떤 기운에 의해서 선택이 됐고 그 선택이 된 게 이제 결과로 나온 거예요.
잘 뽑았다.
네, 성공하실 것
어,
같습니다.
잘 뽑았네.
감사합니다.
네, 너무 즐거웠습니다. 네. 네.
So cute.
Oh my gosh. That was so awesome to watch.
Yes, she was really cool. Didn't she feel like your like friendly aunt? Like the one you're
Yeah.
excited to see every holiday season, but you can't see that often because she lives far away.
Yes.
And you're
Yes.
like, yay!
Yeah.
So
Or
glad you're here.
or
You're
or
so
she
cool.
or she's like you know, like where I get so excited I get to see, you know, like in person, you know, like we're always so far away and when yeah, like there's someone so familiar and comfortable
Mhm.
and you know, like you could just I just love her aura.
I feel like you really could. You feel there's no judgment, so you could ask. Think about it, Tara. You have to ask specific questions, so you're gonna admit some stuff,
Mhm. Mhm.
but you feel comfortable with her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Loved it.
she definitely had like such a wonderful personality, persona, and all that good stuff, you know.
And then let's get to the other big personality in the room.
Oh, you mean the dude in the middle that is like super tall?
First of all, I just want to talk about his shirt. I love it. It looked like it was some sort of like purple velour, like violet. I was
Yeah.
obsessed with it. I want to touch it so bad.
Yeah.
Um, End of rant.
Yes. Yeah, Youngbin and
Love it.
In looked like they matched with the whole lavender thing. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
But before we talk about them actually, the reading the reading came out to be very positive because Teardrop wound up
Yeah.
being that era, right? Was their first win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's amazing. That
And
is
it's
so
interesting, but yeah, and it's interesting because the early things, if you think about it, she said they were going to have to like push through, multiple obstacles. If you think about it, they already did that. So
hmm
it's like that's your past, your present is the results, your future looks good. you
Yeah.
know, which is
Yeah.
kind of awesome. So I feel like even in song at the end, he was like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe I'll come back.
Yeah. And knowing the fact that like, you know, talking about overseas fans and stuff like that, I'm like, yes.
I know. I really feel like, Kingdom Legendary War meant that people like me suddenly heard of them, So
Yeah.
they must have picked up a big fan base because there's a lot of international fans watching that because of Stray Kids.
Yeah. 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 And because of word of mouth, you watching that,
Mhm.
I knew SF9 through you. So it's like a whole
Yes.
like domino effect, you
Right?
know?
If I can get 3 people listening to it and you can get 3 people listening,
Yeah.
it's a pyramid scheme. Okay, let's do this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Also,
Okay.
I loved the part where they were talking about how they were like, it's gonna be hard in the beginning. I mean, it's mostly the Menke line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be a problem.
Oh
If
my
you can just like
gosh.
sort that out, you'll do great.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wonder if that was the case though. Like the whole,
Well,
I
maybe
mean,
there were like, I was thinking like, what if they argued about choreography or like they didn't have stuff set until the last second,
yeah.
it could be really stressful. I mean, there's a lot of times where you have the perfect choreography and you practice it and you practice it and you practice it. And then someone rolls their ankle and you're like, okay, now what are we doing?
Yeah.
Because it's not that lift that we need every single person for.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
You know?
yeah, maybe it was something like that. I don't know. Maybe fantasy will tell us.
Yeah, fantasy, tell us if this is all completely true, you know? Yeah, because
'Cause I can make up scenarios all day.
oh, yes, you can, girl. Yes, you can. Yeah, but yeah, this is really cute. Like Insong is such an Insong. You know, like he is so hilarious. Like
He's so funny.
whenever he talks, he just like brightens up the room, you know, with his
Yeah.
humor, you know? Just his personality, like seriously, like I just love him like so much. Like
He's
he
a show everywhere he goes. He's
yeah.
not trying.
Yeah. This is just
But
who he
welcome to the
is.
In-Song Show.
I know. This is just who he is, you know? And if you didn't even know any better, like if you didn't even know SF9, like who the leader is Youngbin, obviously. You know, we know that.
The
But
quietest.
like, yes, the quietest one. And so out of three of them at least, you know, but like you wouldn't know that unless you're a fantasy, right?
Yeah.
But I mean like In Song is like you know, he just brings this like vibe and positive energy. Not to say that
Mhm.
other guys don't, but like he's an extrovert, you guys, compared to
Yeah.
like Jaeyoon and Youngbin. They're both like introverts, you know? So yeah, like he totally made the tarot tarot. I love tarot, you guys. Okay, tarot card, you know, Queenie, her name, like comfortable and like the
Yeah.
conversations back and forth. And so it's nice to have someone like that instead of
I
being
mean, he
like,
made her laugh so hard she like leaned back with her hand over her mouth.
I know,
Like
right?
that's a dignified lady's gaha or
Mm-hmm.
guffaw.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
So, you know, yeah,
yeah,
stand-up comedian in song
yeah,
on tap every day, all day.
yeah.
And can we
Youngbin.
also talk about Jaeyoon?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, well, I was gonna go Youngbin next, but yeah, let's
Oh,
talk about.
sorry. I just because Jaeyoon was so like nervous
He
and like jittery,
was.
and it totally made me think that like his mom does this. Like maybe doesn't read, but like goes to get it done. So he was kind of like into it. He
Yeah,
was like, I know, I believe my family believes,
yeah.
which
Jay
I loved. I thought it was cool.
Jaeyoon initially though, like he was so nervous. Like
Yeah.
even Insung even called him out. He was like, "Are you on a blind date? Like, come on."
That was amazing. That was another time where they didn't show her, but from the noise that Queenie made, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure she cackled.
I know. I mean, we cackled. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Like, why you gotta call out your boy like that? Jeez.
No one's safe within song.
I
No
know.
one.
Yeah, very
It's easier to call
unfiltered.
out Jaeyoon. He knows everything about him.
Yeah, exactly. So is that how Jaeyoon acts on a blind date? Okay, I see. All right. Not nervous?
Thanks for the
Okay.
tip.
Hmm. Now we know. So,
Yeah, I just loved how like excited he was, and like yeah, he was just being really hilarious how he was like so invested, and he was like yeah.
yeah.
Like it was like he was watching a sports game. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Initially, he was so nervous, but once he saw like it was all positive cards,
Mhm.
he was like, you know, it's just
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that
yeah, you
great
know?
moment where they showed all like the many faces of Jane.
Yeah, that was so great. Like,
So
just
good.
his concerned
Super
face.
good.
Yeah, his concerned face, and then like
Mhm.
you just see him like shine brightly by the third picture. You know, that was great. Video
Yeah.
editing is awesome.
And
Yeah,
then Youngbin, it was interesting. I feel like he was very quiet for most of it, but then he got like kind of emotional when he was like, I'm just worried that like
yeah.
people have forgotten us. And I was like, oh.
I know he did. I felt like Youngbin, like that's kind of like his role, right? Like as part, like the leader too, to be like remain calm and like
He's like the
not.
rock.
Yeah, definitely the Rock. You know, while these
Mhm.
two doofuses do their thing, you know, like
Right.
he's there
And
to
while the
be the,
younger line wigs out, like
yeah, yeah. He kind of
keeps it
just,
together.
yeah, he's the glue that keeps it all together, right? So like for him, I feel like that's kind of normal for him to be like, okay, all right, let me be calm about this and not freak out too much. But I'm just gonna ask her about this very important question because I'm worried that fantasy is gonna leave us because it's in the
Yeah.
pandemic. We haven't come back. You know, we're finally making a comeback. It's been a while, you know, so are they still
Because I
there for
mean,
us?
their agency probably put it off because everyone was like, next month it'll change. Next month it'll change,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm, hmm.
So yeah, I could see how you would for every performer, it seems like that was a real
Yeah.
scare. And
Yeah.
I bet you a lot of people who haven't had stage fright in a long time had stage fright
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
in 2021 when they first went back on tour.
Yeah. I mean, like Wiki's BTS as an example, they kind of had like stage fright, you know, when they performed in Los Angeles. They, you know,
I'm pretty sure there's a reason why they chose another country for their comeback.
yeah, you
Just
know.
in case. They thought it would go okay, but they were worried.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
They're
they
like,
were
they didn't want it to be terrible in their hometown.
yeah, you guys, we pretty much saw BTS's like concert comeback and they were very nervous. We were there live, you know. And then, you know, then we watched their last performance and they were back to their normal selves again because
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
relief of like you know, coming back after, you know, such a long time without being on stage, you know, because of the pandemic. So I get why
And especially since K-pop shows are like a marathon.
Yeah.
So there's like a
Yeah.
whole endurance factor.
Yeah, like 3.5 hours, you know.
Yeah.
So but I going back to SF9, like I totally get it, you know, like why Youngbin's concerned about that, because also the culture over there is different than it is over here, you know, in the United States. So I mean, comebacks over there is treated differently than it is over here. I always use Adele because like her comeback was like what, 5 years, like well, her
Yeah.
last album was like 5 years ago. And in the United States, you know, like when someone makes a 5-year comeback, we're all excited about it, of course, but we're still fans. She's not forgotten, you know. Whereas like the culture over there, if you don't come back right away, like it's as if, you know, the fan has moved on. Like I'm not speaking, you know, I mean that's just kind of how it is, I think, you know, like if you don't make a comeback fast enough, you know, then that's what happens, you know, you kind of lose fans. And that may kind of be true in the United States, but overall, like you know, in the US, we're still fans, you know. I'm still an Adele fan, you know. I was excited when her album came out, you
Well,
know.
a lot of people in the West, it's very common to tour for 2 to 5 years.
That's true. That's also true.
Like many bands have burned out because they took a world tour that lasted more than a year. That's how you break up. But management still asks people to do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they can't have a comeback. They've been on tour for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
They haven't had time to record. They've written, but they haven't recorded anything. But yeah, I think you're right. Like it's just a different way of responding to your fans and like the fandom. But
yeah,
I feel like especially for them, because K-pop stars I feel like do a lot more meet and greets
oh yes,
and like face-to-face events than other music, you know, stars in like Western countries. So they're used to having that immediate feedback loop.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm just telling you, InSong does not want to hear you clap for him over Zoom. He doesn't want it.
yeah,
He wants you to be there in person.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. The structure over there is completely different than it is over here. So
Yeah, it's fascinating.
yeah, the structure over here just, I mean, kind of allows that wiggle room, like you said, like that. Touring for like 2 years, you know, though I mean it's not happening 2 years right now because of the pandemic, but beforehand
that's why people are touring albums from 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, we saw Dua Lipa. That album came out in 2020.
I know that album came out like a while ago. What? Yeah,
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you know, finally getting to tour, good for you. Yeah. And it was sold out. So like you said, fans don't forget. You know, I do have to say, I really wish that they made a second one of these.
Yeah.
With some of the younger guys.
Yeah.
They should. Is there a way we can suggest that to their
I know, right? Why wasn't the Magneland there?
It'd be good. You could just drop one of these again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool that they did this, you know, and
yeah,
also,
this is very fun.
Also very nerve-wracking because like what happens if the rating went south, you know? And it's all on camera. I mean, like they could choose not to release it.
That's why Jamie was so nervous.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But they'd still know.
Yeah, exactly. They could choose not to release that footage, but at the same time, it's like money invested and stuff like that too, you know, and production.
I just want to point out, I don't just want the younger line. I also want the middle line. Suho, Dawon, and Rowoon. Those three would be nonstop madness. I definitely want them.
Yeah.
Dawon will be the InSong. Put him in there.
I know. I know, right? Seriously.
We can make 2 more of these.
Yeah.
So fun.
2 more. Yeah, because I think
3 apiece.
Yeah, because 9 of them would be very overwhelming for her, I feel like.
Yeah. It's better to do 3 at a time. But hey, don't leave us hanging.
I know.
Let's have the other 2 episodes.
I know, right? But this is such a great idea. So, love it.
Yay!
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching with us. If you guys like this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we are
LaChiMoLaLa.
will see you guys next time.
안녕.